In this course, you'll learn the following. We'll cover how digital influences every aspect of the shopper journey and purchase path. We'll discuss the different e-commerce retailers and their different priorities. And we'll cover the 3 Ds of marketplace category management. Define the product categories and conversion drivers, determine new areas of responsibility, and drive and measure marketplace inputs. We are in the era of the digital path to purchase. 84% of shoppers report using digital for shopping-related activities before or even during their most recent trip to a physical store. And shoppers who use a device during their shopper journey convert at a 40% higher rate. Yet, only 17% of consumer brands consider themselves leaders in e-commerce relative to their competition. Understanding this digital path to purchase and how we adapt our category management function to e-commerce is critical for success and longevity as a consumer brand. Take a look at this quick video of a shopper running a search for bottled water on Amazon. A large bottled water brand once said to me, "I am the number 4 brand worldwide in water, and therefore I should be number 4 on Amazon." I'd like you to take a look at the shopper journey in searching for bottled water on Amazon. What are some observations that you make about this journey? Spoiler alert, that brand was not number 4 in the search results. Here are some things you might have noticed about the shopper journey. First, there seemed to be an unlimited assortment. So unlike a physical aisle where a shopper walks the aisle and sees a selection of typically nationally distributed brands, in this case, we saw an infinite assortment. We saw many products that were out of category or category adjacent, and we saw some personalization. E-commerce marketplaces have the ability to customize the shopping experience for each individual shopper based on what they know about them and about the search term. And it would be as if a shopper walked into a grocery store and yelled, "Peanut butter!" If the grocer had an opportunity to reorganize the store around that shopper's declaration, how would they do it? And that's exactly what e-commerce retailers are able to do within search results. As Jared Zobe once said, "The strategy of digitizing the physical shelf is dead. The category now continually adapts to match the shopper's evolving needs." Winning that search is absolutely critical. And each e-commerce retailer website is kind of optimized for a little bit of a different thing. So Amazon's site, for example, completely optimized for conversion. They're attempting to put the products in front of the shopper that they're most likely to convert, and they have a lot of data and history to say what search terms result in what product conversions. Walmart, on the other hand, is a little more committed to a traditional category. So kind of protecting that shopper experience by limiting the amount of out-of-category or category-adjacent products that turn up. Target, as a third example, is focused more on newness and showcasing some of the fresh and new items that they have to offer, but still kind of a tightly curated assortment. Even though these retailers are all different, these 3 Ds of category management in e-commerce marketplaces will drive success across all e-commerce. Let's start with determining new areas of responsibility. In a traditional brick-and-mortar environment, the responsibility for things like curating the shelf, shelf positioning, driving sales, in-store marketing execution, content, in-stock, and retailer profitability are typically the responsibility of the brick-and-mortar retailer. But in an e-commerce model, these responsibilities shift to the consumer brand. And so it's critical that we find ways within our organization to resource these. And these are new areas of responsibility. So we're often going to be looking at new capabilities, new technologies, new skills to be successful. And the nature of the e-commerce marketplace is they don't care if you do these things. They're designed through their algorithms to serve up the next best product. They're happy to sell the next best thing. And so if as a consumer brand, you are not able or maybe not willing to take responsibility for some of these new areas, the marketplace will sell the next best thing. And a competitive brand who is interested in success will come in and take responsibility for these things. And that's just the nature of marketplaces. Now, it isn't just the e-commerce marketplaces that have new areas of responsibilities. The retailers also have new areas of responsibility. Things like picking products from shelves, transporting them to shoppers' homes, walking the aisle, substitutions, etc. These things all used to sit with the shopper, and now they sit with the retailer. in e-commerce, and these are expensive activities. Define the product category. The category online is not the same thing as a category in a brick-and-mortar store. The category online is actually the search terms that your shoppers use to find your products. So there are typically only a handful of search terms for every product that have enough sales velocity to matter. And so that category is knowable and it's finite. And the search results that turn up within that category or that set of search terms might look very different than brick and mortar. As we saw in the example of water, we'll often include products that are out of category, category adjacent, or not nationally distributed. Now, just a quick example of search results for natural face moisturizer across a few different marketplaces. This gives you a great window into the shopper experience and also the priorities of these different retailers. So on Amazon, you're looking at only 13% of the first set of search results that are nationally recognized, but 10,000 search results overall. So infinite marketplace, infinite aisle, not a lot of nationally recognized brands. Walmart, on the other hand, 100% nationally recognized brands and about 1,000 search results. So a more tightly curated assortment, but definitely really focused on well-known brands. Target kind of was in the middle on the nationally recognized brands. They were at 60% and had fewer than 1,000 search results. So super tightly curated assortment. And Google Shopping, which is really focused on kind of local assortment, only offered about 27% nationally recognized brands. Now, what's important here about looking at the other peers in search is it helps us define the competition and the conversion drivers for our products. So from a competitive standpoint, really looking at the products that are turning up ahead of us in the search results can give us clues into what the shopper cares about on the search journey or for this category. And it might be different for different products. So it could be things like user-generated content. It could be things like ingredients or particular features or attributes of the product. It might be pricing. It might be pack sizes. So really taking a look at those peers in search and reverse engineering what they're doing and understanding what you think that they're doing well will be a great clue into the conversion drivers. And also searching your products out on these different e-commerce marketplaces will give you an idea of your competition. And your competition online might be much different than your competition in brick and mortar. So kind of going back to that bottled water company who thought they knew who the top 3 were and that they were number 4. When we did the search online, the picture actually looked quite different. The third D is driving the marketplace inputs. Let's go back to the e-commerce success framework. In order for products to be successful online, we have to have a sustainable strategy. Products need to be properly and accurately set up in the digital catalog. Items need to be financially viable. They need to be in stock, and they need to be receiving traffic and activity. And understanding these inputs is critical to success in e-commerce marketplaces. Let's talk about some common marketplace missteps. In approaching category management online, we may be expecting traditional partnership and negotiations with the retailers. And we might be surprised to find that they're approaching the negotiation and partnership more from a data perspective and maybe seem to be less in tune with product knowledge, category captaincy, and experience. Another misstep in category management online is underestimating the importance of search. 80% of shoppers go right to search bars on e-commerce marketplaces and start searching for their products, and most of them buy products on the first page. So really figuring out how to get on that first page, whether it's through driving the marketplace inputs or determining the competitive players and the conversion drivers in the category is critical. Not adapting product and packaging to e-commerce, so kind of going back to those areas of responsibility, determining those areas of responsibility, and making sure that we're taking responsibility for reducing as many costs as possible between production and consumption. And lastly, getting stuck in the weeds. We talked about the marketplace inputs, and it would be easy to spend all of our time on any one of these inputs, but finding ways to say, this is good enough, and kind of moving on to more strategic activities and finding that balance is critical. Takeaways. Shoppers behave differently on Amazon. We talked about the category and how it is no longer an aisle of nationally distributed products. And we covered the 3Ds of e-commerce category management: defining product categories, competitors, and conversion drivers, determining new areas of responsibility, and driving and measuring the marketplace flywheel in the e-commerce success framework. So make note of your go-dos. What resonated with you today, and what can you take back to your organization?